Welcome to Strategic Management class. Today we are going to see the Unit 5, Reaching a Strategic Edge. In this unit, you will cover the business process reengineering, benchmarking, total quality management, Six Sigma, contemporary strategic issues. So these topics will be covered in this unit. So in today's class, you will learn about business process reengineering. So, meaning for this business process reengineering is the analysis and redesign of workflows within and between enterprises in order to optimize end to end process and automate non value added tasks. So, what is the meaning means this one system or process is to redesign the way the people process works in an organization. Like we have seen the other topic, the previous topic, like benchmarking, total quality management, Six Sigma. These topics are about to increase the quality or improve or enhance the quality. But this one is the overall reworking, revamping the process. It also includes not only in the production, but it also starts from procuring of raw materials till the to the production systems changings, the production system, and then it also includes the distribution channels till it reaches the the customers. And so relook into the things wherever necessary, do the changes, and introduce automation, that is missionaries where there is no value, and reduce the time and reduce the cost also. So that is called re-engineering. As you see in this picture, it includes initiating changes, process diagnosis, process redesign, reconstruction, process monitoring, and envision new process. So the business process reengineering is the analysis and redesign of core business process to achieve the substantial improvements in performance, productivity, and quality. So the business process refers to the set of interlinked tasks or activities performed to achieve a specific outcome. So first you need to come up with the objective, what outcome you want to organize. I mean, you are expecting from your organization after they go through this business process reengineering, whether you want increased productivity or reduced production time, or increasing the staff efficiency, reduce the cost, or some of this or all of this. So you have to come up with the what is the objective of doing this. Then before you start doing that, you can also look into the area where you want to do this. As I told you, it starts from the right from the procuring the raw materials to the input, that is a production, then output, then the distribution channel. So it includes all these things. So it is not like something you do in only one department or one section. So if you implement in all these things, so the growth of the process, I mean the improvement in the process will be very holistic, and it will be beneficial for the whole organization, not for just one department or one section in a organization. So the purpose of the business process reengineering is to redesign the workflows in order to dramatically improve the customer service. Now we discuss about production, so it also includes the customer service, achieve higher level of efficiency, cut operational cost. Once you improve your work process, so automatically or simultaneously it will reduce the cost of operational cost, and become a world class competitor. So what happens, since your cost is reduced, your efficiency or enhanced or increased, and then what happens, it leads to the a world class competitor. So objective BPR focuses on process and not on a task, a particular the whole process of doing a job. Jobs are people. BPR advocates that enterprises re-examines from the basic aims at a total reinvention, not a small improvements. It's not like a small changes you do the here and there. It's like a revamping the whole system, the whole process. so they get a fresh breathe fresh what do you say air in their I mean in the operations. So when you change every year and there everywhere, then what happens, a lot of benefits will be happening, like reduced cost, I mean increased productivity, increased efficiency, and then I mean thereby they are increasing the standard of the product or services. Hewlett Packard assembly time for server computer reduces to low 4 minutes. So, example is HP. Everyone knows about HP, especially the printer or photocopy machines. They're very famous. They are able to reduce their time from 20 minutes to as low as 4 minutes by introducing the business process re-engineering. Then you would have imagined how efficient these systems can be if you really correctly diagnose the issues and then you implement this 100%. Why business need to go for this? That's a reason for the BPR in organizations. The processes the company is using might have become outdated or holds no relevance in the current market scenario. As we know that the environment outside the business, that's a business environment, keeps changing. It's very dynamic. So what happens when they change, the business operations might become outdated. So this will be one of the main reason business should go for this BPR process. Why? Because so that they can upgrade themselves and they can rise the standard up to the changing standards in the competitive environment. Often the subdivisions in the organizations aim at improving their respective division performance and overlook the resultant effect of the other department. So this might lead to the underperformance of the firm as a whole. As mentioned earlier, it should be holistically done. In other words, they should implement this one in all the departments and sections so that the company as a whole grows. It's not like one department growing or one section growing, whereas the other departments or section are left behind. Okay, so this is not a good growth. So it should be done holistically in such a manner that the essence of BPR, you'll feel that only if it is done all the sections or departments in an organization. So due to departmentalization, each employee focuses on the performance of his respective department and may overlook the critical issues emerging in other areas of a firm. So therefore, need for engineering arises so that the role of employees could be broadened and shall be made more responsible towards a firm. So what happens since now based on like functions, the usually organizations are departmentalized. So because this departmentalized, there may become a lack of coordination and cooperation. Okay, this way a organization cannot be very success if there is lack of communication or coordination between one department to another department. That is the interdepartmental communications or coordinations. So this BPR will be good what do you say a media or medium to link all the departments and all those things so that the person look the organization as a whole, not just their one department alone. Existing business process could be lengthy, time consuming, costly, obsolete. Therefore, it is required to be redesigned to match it with the current business requirement. So, what happens? If we do this, what happens? We can reduce the time. We can, I mean, reduce the cost and remove things which are not necessary. That's obsolete. So that what happens? The BPR will upgrade you, update you to the new environment in the business. Technology keeps on updating, and in order to catch up with it, re-engineering is a must. So every what do you say every field or industry, they keep changing and the pace of change is now very high. So what happened, especially in terms of technology, so BPR will help to catch up with the technology, okay, outside the business. There are seven rules which they follow, the principles the PPR follows. Organize around outcome, not task. Okay, so it's not based on the task, it is what is going to be the outcome the business is expecting. So identify all the processes in the organization and prioritize them in order of redesign agency. So This is how you need to start. When you start BPR, so what happens? It start with the, what are the processes? From that processes, by what is that? By reprioritizing. Okay, so you know what is first, what is second. So this way, if you redesign, then it will be a part of the, re-engineering BPR, business process re-engineering. Integrate information processing work into the real work that produces the information. Treat geographically dispersed resources as though they were centralized. So what happened if the resources are in some other place? Okay, it can be any resources, can be a raw material, can be a this thing that it is like a centralized one. In other words, we are going to think that it is also a part of our business. Link parallel activities in the workflow instead of just integrating their results. So what happened? Certain things can happen simultaneously or parallelly, so that this way it will reduce the time, duration, put the decision point where the work is performed and build a control in that process. Capture information once and at the sources. So these are the 7 principles. Then we now see the process of re-engineering step by step. Step 1, define objectives and framework. As I mentioned, what is the objective for you to reproduce? Whether you want to update, upgrade, or you want to reduce the cost, or you want to increase the efficiency, or you want to do everything. Okay, identify the customer needs. Okay, so as the business environment changes, so do the customer needs also. So identify for what need, to satisfy what need your customers are buying your product or services. So that is the, first point. Study the existing business process. Then you start observing the current business process. Then formulate a redesign business plan. So based on your observations and your what is that the things you notice in your business plan, then you come up with the redesigning and formulate it. Once you have done, then you implement the redesign plan. So this is the step by step process in BPR. The business process reengineering comprises of following one. First, define the objectives and framework. First of all, the objective of reengineering must be defined in the quantitative and qualitative forms. The objectives are the end results that management desires after reengineering. Once the objectives are redefined, the need for changes should be well communicated to the employee, because the success of BPR depends on the readiness of the employees to accept the changes. So when we come up with this objective, the management should inform this to the employees, because employees are the one who are going to, maybe formulation, observation may be done by the management, but implementation of this BPR is only possible with the help of the employees. So communicate this to the employees. Okay, so that what happens, they will be part and parcel in implementing it successfully, because not everyone likes changes. So this isn't changes, so they, once they accept it, then they ensure that they do it successfully. Identify customer needs. While redesigning the business process, the needs of the customer must be taken into prior consideration. The process shall be redesigned in such a way that it clearly provides the added value to the customer. One must take the following parameters into consideration: type of customer and customer group, customer expected utilities in the product and services, customer requirements, buying habits and consuming tendencies, customer problems and expectations about the product or services. So when you want to understand the need, so these are the things the business need to take into consideration. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, one is what is the kind of what is that need our product is going to fulfill, our product or services. So I mean, what are the things, other things they expected from our product or services. Okay, and the type of customers and customer groups. So this yeah, areas will clearly make the business to understand the expectations of the customers and identify their needs. Then study the existing process. Before deciding on the changes to be made in the existing business process, one must analyze it carefully. Okay, the existing process provides the base for the new process, and hence what and why of the new process can be well designed by studying the right and wrong of the existing business process. In order to know the loopholes in the existing product, you should first observe it and analyze it, and ask question why this has to be here. Okay, what can be better than this one? So this way, in every step, in every process, you raise what and why questions. So when you answer, then you will get to know which one is very important, which one is not very important, which one should come first, which one should come second, and following things. So this way will help us to redesign the process. Formulate a redesigned business plans. Once the existing business process is studied thoroughly, the required changes are written down on a piece of paper and is converted into ideal redesign process. Here all the changes are chalked down and the best among all the alternatives is selected. So what happens, once you identify, you write down that in a piece of paper. So this will help us to, I mean, no need to like put in your head and you get confused. So this will help us to chart it down things easily. And then once if something you want to remove a particular process or step, so you will come up with the alternatives. Among alternatives, you select which one is best and then replace with the one which has been removed. Implement the redesign. Finally, the changes are implemented into redesign plan to achieve the dramatic improvements. It is the responsibility of both the management and the designer to operationalize the new process and gain the support of the all. As we mentioned earlier, finally you do all those things, then if it is not implemented successfully, then the whole BPR process is like a waste. So what happens, it is a responsibility of both the management and designer to make it an operational way. Okay, so that the new process or design or redesigned one is successfully implemented by all the people, including the employees who are the main part of the I mean implementation. So advantages of BPO engineering: improvement in entire organization as a whole. Okay, so as I told you earlier, it's not like in a one department or one section. It is a holistic improvement for the whole organization. Better systems and management improvements in the areas of product and services, design and operation, improved system operation. So it will be helping in the areas of, I mean, improving in the areas of product and services, designs, I mean, the work system designs and the way they do the day-to-day operation, and improved system operation. So these are the areas will be benefited when we implement BPR. Take advantage of improved operations. Improved application of industrial engineering in the areas of organizational strategies, management functions, plant utilization, quality improvement, creativity and innovation, confidence in the competition. So these are the areas it can improve, like management functions, plant utilization, quality assurance or quality improvement also, creativity, innovation, very important, because this is a very important for the which help in the R&D and growth and success of the organization, and it gives a confidence to the organization to compete with their competitors. In other words, they can enhance their competitive advantage. Improvement in customer satisfaction. So this will increase the satisfaction of the customer, which is a way, which is a real outcome of any business process. Okay, by end of the day, if your customers are happy, then what will happen? Our businesses will be getting loyal customers. Once we I started getting loyal customers, then the sales will go, thereby the profit will increase. So this is the very important. By end of the day, we are able to increase the satisfaction of the customer. Okay, so that's all for today. In the next class, we will discuss about the second one, which is benchmarking. Okay, thank you.